Alright, everybody, this is Bronson's BAMN Necessary Fantasy Football Talk for Thursday, October 21st. We're going to try to do, like we did in the old days, 2020, throwing it back to 2020, try to do tight ends and quarterbacks together instead of breaking them up into 5 different videos, like I've been doing this year. That's ended up being more work for me than I could do, because I didn't even get to my running back spikes and yikes last week, which was very disappointing for me, because running backs are, like, for me, running backs are like, I don't know if you guys follow ESPN, Matthew Berry's fantasy, the fantasy show. Mike Clay is the guy who he does all the wide receiver matchups, like does all the stats and analysis for that. I feel like I could be the running back guy for that. That's kind of I analyze the stats and data and all that stuff for the running backs. I like to feel like, even if I don't get anything else right in fantasy football, I'm pretty confident in my running back picks on who is going to hit and miss or season long or week to week. I feel like I'm pretty good at that aspect of this game. So I'm really disappointed that I didn't get that information out to you guys last week. But anyways, tight ends, quarterbacks. We're going to start with the tight ends, my spikes and yikes for the tight ends and quarterbacks. I want to get this in before the games start today. I won't get to wide receivers and running backs in that game, but I do want to say that I think you should start, if you have Tim Patrick of the Broncos, you should start him. I think he's going to have a good day. Cortland Sutton is going to see a lot of Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward's a pretty good cover corner for the Browns. Tim Patrick's going to see more of Greedy Williams, and not that Greedy Williams is a bad corner. Tim Patrick is just a guy who just finds a way to be productive, finds a way to get into the end zone. So I think Tim Patrick's going to get another touchdown today, have another decent day, and he's going to be a consistent. Probably not going to give you great stats, but he's going to give you pretty decent numbers in such a bad bye week. Also, you should start Cortland Sutton too. Sorry, I had an alert on my phone for my Dynasty Leagues. I had to check that out, see what that was. Start both Broncos wide receivers. I don't know. They're not going to be included in my spikes and yikes for the week, obviously, but they're both good starts. Get them in there. For the tight ends, my yikes at the tight end position, I got 3 yikes, 3 spikes, as I do at the quarterback. Yikes, tight end, Tyler Higbee at 9. Higbee, the potential for Higbee to have a good day is always there with Matthew Stafford throwing the ball, and in that wonderful offense that the Rams have. But I don't think that Higbee is a real. Stafford isn't really looking at Higbee all that much, and I don't think that's going to change this week. Even in a bad bye week, I'm not saying you should start. You should sit Higbee and find someone else to stream, because you're probably not going to find anyone else. But I would temper my anticipation of what Higbee's going to deliver this week. I don't know if he's going to be a top 10 tight end. Also, Robert Tonyan at 14. I have no idea why Tonyan is still even ranked. Honestly, he has not gotten more than 10 receiving yards yet this season, except for week 1. He has no touchdowns this season. I'm telling you guys, you need to listen. Aaron Rodgers is not going to throw the ball to Robert Tonyan. So just drop Robert Tonyan. Forget about Robert Tonyan. He should not be ranked in the top 20. This year, I can't say this year. He might have a game where he produces, but I don't see it coming. I can't predict when it's going to come. I don't think it's going to come, though. And lastly, Zach Ertz at 13. I'm really high on Zach Ertz now that he got traded to the Cardinals. I think that's going to be a great situation for him moving forward and for the rest of the season. However, this week, I'm not super high on him. He's got to learn that offense. I'm not certain how much he's going to play. Damn. Lots of alerts going on with this Dynasty League stuff. I wonder if I just get really good service here in this particular room, because my phone was not going off like that before. I like Zach Ertz moving forward. Don't like him so much this week. Again, just with Higbee. If you have Ertz, you picked up Ertz. It was a good call. He's probably going to be good. He could be decent this week, but I think there's too much risk there. I would probably look elsewhere for tight end production this week for my spikes at the tight end position. Some guys outside the top 10 who I think could play their way into the top 10. Hunter Henry at 12, especially in a week like this. Hunter Henry really has already been a tight end one for the majority of the season anyway. And in a week like this where a lot of teams are on bye, a lot of productive tight ends are on bye, Hunter Henry should easily be top 10 against a really bad Jets team. Yeah, Hunter Henry should be higher. Next, David Njoku. I don't understand why he's down at 23. I know he's on the injury report. God damn. Yeah, I think I can get better service in this room. My phone is blowing up. David Njoku at 23. I know he's on the injury report. He should be way higher. I have Njoku on the fringe, like 11, 12. Tied in line this week. I think he's going to see a lot of targets with Landry out still. Or no, Jarvis Landry's going to play tonight. Odell Beckham. I'm not sure about Odell Beckham. I don't have any Odell Beckham. I haven't been following that much. But I know that they're going to throw the ball a lot because they don't have a running back. Dearness Johnson. I know he was a hot waiver wire pickup this week. But I'm just going to say I'm yiking him this week. I don't trust him at all. He's really not. He's not good. He might have the volume. He might see 90% of the carries, but it doesn't mean he's going to produce with that volume. It doesn't mean that the 90% of those carries he gets are going to be a lot of carries. And anyway, I think the Browns are going to be throwing the ball a lot. And Njoku should see a lot of targets. He's had a pretty good season up to this point. I got Njoku up at tight end 11 or 12-ish. So fringe tight end 1 for the week. And Juwan Johnson of the Saints, not ranked. Even in a bad week like this, he's not even in the top 24. According to ESPN, I think he gets a touchdown catch this week up in Seattle. So that would put him, maybe not top 10, but that's going to put him on the top 15 list probably for the week if he goes out there and catches a couple of balls and gets a touchdown catch. So Juwan Johnson should be ranked at least. So I'm not saying you need to start him either, but if it's between him and Zach Ertz, I might go with Juwan Johnson for this week. The quarterbacks, let's move on to the quarterbacks. My spikes, or my yikes at quarterback. Joe Burrow at 10. We saw what the Ravens defense did to Justin Herbert last week. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't kind of anticipate the same scenario for Joe Burrow. I think Burrow's still going to have a decent day, but not going to be a QB1 for the week, even in a week like this. Tua at 12. I don't get that at all. Tua's looked awful this year. Tua, it might be a little too early to say because he hasn't even started a full season yet, but he does not look good. I don't know if he has a long-term future as a starting quarterback in this league. I definitely don't think he has a future as a starting quarterback for the Dolphins. All these Deshaun Watson rumors, and the fact that the Dolphins have just looked bad. They looked like an up-and-coming young team last year, and now they just look terrible this year. So they're gonna, if this trend continues, they're gonna have a high draft pick. A high draft pick means quarterback most likely, or unless they do go out and get Watson. That changes things. There's a lot of rumors that Tua could go to Houston, Tua could go to Washington. I don't know what his long-term future is, but he's not very good. He's not a top 12 quarterback this week for me either. And Jared Goff at 23. I know that's kind of nitpicky at this point at 23, but I wouldn't touch Jared Goff this week. I wouldn't touch Jared Goff fantasy at all. He has nobody to throw the ball to. And he's facing his old team, the Rams. Sean McVay knows Jared Goff better than anybody else on this earth, maybe even better than his parents. And that Rams defense is going to eat him alive. Jared Goff is a terrible play this week. He would be if I was ranking one through what did it say? We got 6 guys. 1 through 26, I'd have Goff probably at 26 this week. So 23, a little bit high for me. So there's got to be somebody better, anybody better out there on the waiver wire if you're looking for a QB2 in your super flex league or whatever. For the guys that I like, all outside the top 15, guys who could play their way into the top 12 at least. Carson Wentz, again, I'm going to single out Carson Wentz here. I think, as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, he's looking healthy. He's getting chemistry with his wide receivers. The offense as a whole in Indianapolis looking a lot better. Carson Wentz, the 49ers defense is okay, but it hasn't been great. It's been middle of the pack so far. I know they had that bye week to prepare a little bit more, but I think Wentz, when healthy, Carson Wentz is a very talented quarterback. I don't think there's any denying that. And so I think he's a top 15 play this week. Definitely should be in your lineup in the 2 QB Superflex League. Next, Jameis Winston to 18. I think Jameis Winston's going to have a decent day up in Seattle. I think he's a top 10 to 12 play as well. Streaming option for those of you who are needing a quarterback to replace a Josh Allen, a Justin Herbert, Dak Prescott. Jameis Winston definitely in the conversation there. And Case Keenum, 24. Like I mentioned earlier, I think Browns are going to be throwing the ball a lot. Case Keenum has a very high familiarity with Kevin Stefanski. Case Keenum was the quarterback of the Vikings back when they had that magical year, that run to the NFC Championship game. Kevin Stefanski was his quarterback's coach at that time. They have a lot of familiarity with each other. They have a lot of love for each other. Keenum knows that offense better than probably anybody else in the NFL. And with the combined with the lack of a running game that the Browns are likely to have in this game, Case Keenum is definitely someone I would have in my top 20 this week. He's someone I would be starting in 2 QB or Superflex League, in which I'm needing some help because of the bye weeks. Case Keenum, another great streaming option for you there. All right, I did successfully get through the tight ends and quarterbacks, and that's only been 12 minutes, so I can ramble on here for a few. As you can see, I did not shave my head last night. I did wear a beanie to work because I'm so self-conscious now that I look like a senior citizen. That lady got me all messed up in my head. Confidence completely shattered. But I'm going to do that now. Shave. The beanie did help me look younger. I did ask people who know me, people who see me every day, if that helped me look younger. They said yes, but who knows if they were being honest. I find that people genuinely usually aren't very honest, but they were telling me what I wanted to hear, and in that particular moment, I'm accepting the lie. So, but I'm not going to be watching this Thursday night game. I'm completely uninterested now that Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt were out. I had a lot of shares of those guys. I'm still rooting for the Browns. I still want to see them succeed because I really respect Kevin Stefanski. I really wish that he would have been Mike Zimmer's replacement in Minnesota. I wish that we had fired Zimmer and promoted Stefanski before we lost him. I understand why we didn't, but that doesn't mean I didn't want it to happen then. And after seeing the success that he had with the Browns last year, I definitely want it now. But I'm happy for him. I hope he succeeds in Cleveland in the AFC. But I will not be watching this game. I'm not interested now, and so I'm not anticipating it being a very good game, anyways. Unless you like defense, I think both defenses are gonna have a good day. If I was a betting man, I would put the over. I would bet the under on whatever the over/under is. Assuming it's probably pretty low, but I would probably still bet under on that one. So if you do bet the under and you win some money, you can throw me a couple bucks since I, recommended that for you or already confirmed the instincts you already had on that bet. So, okay, I think I'm done. I'm gonna end this now. Under 15 minutes. So, good luck. Enjoy your evening. Have a blessed day. Live more selfishly. Live for yourself when you can. And I do want to quickly say that I worked a half day today, and I'm working a half day again on Saturday. And you know what? I think I kind of dig it. I wish I could do this regularly, like work full days Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, work a half day Thursday, work a half day Saturday. So that means I work like 6 days a week, at my one job, but I mean, I already work 7 days a week at my jobs anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. I'm already in Portland. I'm already over at the airport. So if I had to go in on Thursday morning instead of coming home, if I had to go in Thursday morning for a few hours, that's really not that big of a deal. It'd be nice to have like a break between my jobs on Saturday. So like Saturday, I'm gonna go in at 8. I'm gonna be out of there by noon, 12:30 at the latest. So that'll give me, from 1 o'clock when I get home to 6 o'clock when I have to be back to work. That'll be a awesome break. I'll be able to take a nap, or actually, kind of be able to enjoy my afternoon a little bit, enjoy a Saturday a little bit. So, wasn't the way it was supposed to work. I was supposed to work a full day today and not at all Saturday, but since I wasn't technically on the schedule today and I was scheduled for Saturday, there was some confusion. So I wasn't even supposed to be in there today, but since I was there and already clocked in, I was like, I'm gonna just work for a few hours. Talk to my boss. He said it was cool if I worked a half day today, half day Saturday. At this point, I'm really into it. Maybe I could talk him into letting me do that regularly, because it would still keep me at 40 hours. But I don't know. But yeah. All right. Peace, love, and nacho fries.